皆さん本日はお集まりいただきありがとうございます。
Everybody, thank you very much for making your time to come out here and hear this announcement.
まず最初にこのような機会をいただき、今回選手としての自分を信じてくださったロサンゼルスドジャースのチームの皆さん、特にマーク・ウォルター、アンドリュー・フリードマン、スタン・キャステン、ランドン・ゴームス、デーブ・ロバーツ、この5人には本当に感謝しています。ありがとうございます。
First of all, I would like to thank the Los Angeles Dodgers organization for giving me opportunity to play here and believing me as a baseball player, and especially these 5 guys that I'm about to mention, such as Mark Walter, Andrew Friedman, Stan Kasten, Brandon Gomes, and Dave Roberts. These 5 are very critical for me throughout the whole process.
そして私に、メジャーリーガーとしての最初のチャンスを与えてくださった、エンジェルスの皆さん、本当に今振り返っても、素晴らしく大切で、忘れられない、そんな6年間を、そんな思い出をありがとうございました。
Next, I would like to thank the Los Angeles Angels organization for it was great. It was a fun ride, great ride. The last 6 years, I would like to thank everybody in the organization, and I'll never forget all the memories I had.
また今回の FA に際しまして、本当に多くの方とお話をさせていただきました。その他の球団も含めた、球団関係者のすべての皆さんに、心より感謝申し上げます。
There's a lot of other people that was involved in this whole process, and people from other teams, and I would like to thank everybody that was just involved in this whole process. I'm very thankful for everyone. Thank you very much.
明確な勝利を目指すビジョンと、豊富な球団の歴史を持つ、このロサンゼルスドジャースの一員になれることを、今心より、嬉しく思うと同時に今すごく興奮しています。
I can't wait to join the Dodgers. They share the same passion as me. They have a vision and history all about winning, and I share the same values. So just can't wait to join the team and get it going.
最後に、日々お世話になっている、エージェントのネズ・バレロをはじめ CA の皆さん、そしていつも遠く日本から、温かい声援を送ってくださるファンの皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。今日は質疑応答を交えながらそうした方々に少しでも日々の感謝の気持ちを伝えれたらなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
And lastly, I would like to thank my agent Nez Valero, along with the whole CAA company, and of course everyone back in Japan that's always had my back and been cheering for me ever since I was playing baseball. And I would like to use this time to answer some questions and show my gratitude towards everybody.
He is going to take questions, and right now he's posting with photos of one of Dave Roberts. Now, single shots. They had a group photo, so now it's a single shot. Kind of like when you go up to an all-star fan fest thing, you go up and take a single shot with the guy. That's what they're doing right now. So, there's 5 people that we talked about and thanked as far as the Dodger organization. We're out there right now taking photos. Certainly an exciting day. Everybody hanging on every single word that Antonio had to say. Even though it was very simple and straightforward, hopefully we'll get more answers during the Q&A part as far as what into the decision-making process for him, and just the whole process behind the scenes that took nearly 2 months to decide or announce that he was coming to the Dodgers. So we'll find out.
All right, now we are ready for the Q&A. The way this is going to work, Allie is on one side, Haley is on the other. Raise your hand if you have a question, and we're going to do our best to pepper it around the room and get to everybody. Let's sit. Let's relax.
もっと言った方がいいんですか？
And please say your name and your outlet. Over here, Shohei.
Right here. Jack Harris, LA Times. Shohei, when did you decide on the decision to join the Dodgers, and what were the biggest factors at the end that swayed you to come here?
最終的にドジャースはいつ決めたんでしょうか。決断した時期と、決めて何だったんでしょうか。
ドジャースに、お願いしますという契約をしますという決断を伝える、前の日の夜というか、発表したのは次の日のお昼なので、その前の晩ですね。あとは決断理由ですか。決断理由に関しましては、これが一つというわけではなくて、本当に交渉をさせていただいたすべての球団の皆さんと話をさせていただいて、本当にどの球団も素晴らしかったですし、ただ何球団誘いをいただいてもイエスと答えれる球団は一つしかないので、そこに対して自分が最終的に、ここでプレーしたいなという気持ちに素直に従った結果かなという感じがします。
So I made my I announced I made my announcement on Instagram, and I made my decision the night before I made the announcement. And as far as why I chose the Dodgers, there's not really one reason. There's a lot of reasons, and I met with a few teams at the end of the whole negotiation process, and honestly, every team I met with and I had a chance to talk to, they were all great, and it was really, really a tough decision for me. But at the end of the day, I had to choose one team, and the Dodgers were my choice.
Where's next? Haley, right over here.
Yeah, Shohei, Jim Hills, KCAL 9 News. When you first walked out and saw all of us here, what were your thoughts about how wild and crazy this is? And do you fully realize all the expectations that all of us have of you?
この場に来て、初めてこの報道陣の方々の数を見て思ったことと、あと、これだけいるってことはそれだけプレッシャーがあると思うんですけど、そこに関してはどうでしょうか。
嬉しく思うと同時に、報道陣の方しか今日はいないと聞いてたので、予想より多くてちょっと今はびっくりしてます。
Yeah, honestly, I was very humbled and happy to see all of you guys here. And I was told that there was only media today, so I was not expecting this many people.
It actually is only media. You're that popular.
Yeah, Beth Harris, AP. Why haven't you publicly said the surgery you had in September was Tommy John? And if not, was that used as leverage in the negotiations?
So what was the last part?
The second part was by not saying anything, was that part of leverage for his negotiations on a contract?
2回目の肘の手術、トミー・ジョンというふうには言ってないですけど、その理由と、あえてそういうふうに言わないことで、交渉的に有利に進めたりとか、そういう思惑とかもあったんでしょうか。
最初の段階でどういう手術になるのかっていうのをまず、ドクターも含めてどういうふうになるのかっていうのを決めなきゃいけなかったので、発表の段階でそれがまず決まっていなかったのが一番かなと思います。
Obviously, I saw the doctor first, and we had to go through a lot of steps and decide what type of surgery that I was going to get. And at the time of the announcement, we didn't know which way we were going to go. That's why I never said what type of procedure was going to be done for my own words.
Shohei, popular guy of The Athletic. First off, just to confirm, so you have had a second Tommy John surgery?
じゃあ2回目のトミー・ジョンをしたっていうのは事実なんでしょうか。
そうですね、ただなんていうんですかね、術式が違かったりというか、前回とはまた違うので、そこをどういうふうに表現するのかっていうのは、僕はもちろん専門外なところではあるので、そこはドクターの方が詳しいかなとは思います。
Yeah, I'm not obviously an expert in the medical field, but I mean, it was a procedure. I'm not sure what it's called. I know it's completely different from my first time, so I don't know what you want to call it. You could probably talk to my doctor about that.
And then what went into wanting to structure your contract the way that you did, and was this something that you wanted to do with whatever team you signed with?
こういう契約の形態、後払いのパーセンテージが多い契約なんですけど、これは翔平のアイディアだったんでしょうか。あとは他のチームも同じような条件でいたんでしょうか。
そうですね、もともと後払いっていうのは、どの選手も大型契約になるとつくものではあるので、そのパーセンテージに関しては、あとは選手に一任するというところではありますし、そこを含めて、自分が今受け取れる金額を我慢して、ペイロールに柔軟性を持たせれるのであれば、僕は全然後払いでいいですというのが始まりです。あと他球団の契約に関しては、今も他の選手の交渉もしている最中だと思うので、僕の口から、具体的な球団名だったりとか、交渉の内容に関してはあまり、言うことができないっていうのが、この場で言うことができないっていうのはあるかなと思います。
So I was aware of the deferral program or the structure, and usually when there's a big contract in MLB, I've heard from the past that deferrals are involved. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So I was looking into it and doing some calculations, and I figured, if I can defer as much money as I can, if that's going to help the CBT and that's going to help the Dodgers and be able to sign better players and make a better team, I felt like that was worth it, and I was willing to go that direction, so that's why I made that choice. And as far as other teams, and I know the free agency is still going on, and I don't really want to mess with their plans, and I don't want to say anything wrong, so I do not want to really talk about what I had talks with other organizations.
Hi, Show. Kurt Sandoval from KABC. Congratulations. We've heard that you talk a lot about other teams, but the decision to sign with this one, where in the pecking order does winning and the potential of winning a World Series, how did that come into play?
いろんな選択肢の中のドジャースを選んだんですけど、その勝つこと、優勝リングを手にすることっていうのは優先順位でいうとどこら辺にあるんでしょうか。
僕自身の優先順位はもちろん契約形態から分かるように、一番上のところではあるので、野球選手としてあとどれくらいできるかっていうのは正直誰も分からないですし、勝つことっていうのが僕にとって今一番大事なことかなと思います。
If I want to talk personally, as you saw, my contract is 10 years, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to play the game, so I do prioritize winning. That's on top of my list, and that will probably never change, and that was one of the reasons why I chose this team.
Alden Gonzalez with ESPN. Shohei, when you get to Friday and you're still not sure which team you're going to sign with, how many teams are in consideration then, and what is your process for making a decision? Are you calling people? Are you making a pro-cons list? And ultimately, what was it that sort of just tipped the scales at the end that got you here?
本当最後の最後の段階で実際何チームで悩んでたんでしょうか。で、あと何チームで悩んでいたかとその決断をするにあたって決め手というかいろいろあったと思うんですけども、これが決め手だったっていうのは何かあるんでしょうか。
何球団っていうのを僕の口からここまで言っていいのかちょっとわからないので、そこは差し控えさせていただくというのと、先ほど見た通り、ドジャースがこれを持ってるからというよりかは、そうですね、なんていうんですかね、心に残ってる言葉として、オーナーの方もゴルターさんも含めて、この10年間ドジャースが経験してきたこの10年間を、彼らは全く成功だとは思ってないっていうことはおっしゃられてたので、それだけ勝ちたいという意志がみんな強いんだなというのは心に残ったかなと思います。
Like I said earlier, I don't really want to talk about other teams at this stage, so I'm going to kind of shy away from that. But as far as the reason that why I chose the team, like I said earlier, there's a lot of reasons, but one thing that really stands out in my head is when I had the meeting with the Dodgers, the ownership group, they said when they look back at the last 10 years, even though they made the playoffs every single year, one World Series ring, they consider that a failure. And when I heard that, I knew that they were all about winning, and that's exactly how I feel. So that's one of the things that stood out.
TBS 石井でございます。I'm Tom from 石井 from Tokyo Broadcasting System。先ほどもお話の中にありました勝ちにこだわり、そして常々一番になるんだという思いを持って WBC でも見事に優勝を果たしました。今回常勝軍団であるドジャースに、そしてユニフォームに袖を通して、先ほども勝利への明確なビジョンがあったという話をされていましたが、その勝利への明確なビジョン、勝つために一番大切なもの、どんなことだと考えていらっしゃいますか？
Also, like earlier this year, you won the WBC. Obviously, you were very happy. That's one of the things that you go for. Winning is the most important thing to you. And you said you and the Dodgers share the same vision of winning. So, what exactly is that vision that you're talking about?
一番大事なのはやっぱり、全員がその勝ちに同じ方向を向いているということが大事だと思うので、オーナーグループもそうですし、フロントの皆さんもそうですし、もちろんチームメイト、ファンの皆さんもそうですし、みんながそこに向かっているというのが一番大事かなと思います。
I think the most important thing is everybody from all the way from the ownership to all the way to the staff, we've all got to be on the same page. We've all got to be wanting to win, and I think that's the most important thing, and I think this team has that.
Thank you for asking question. Thank you for opportunity to ask question. I'm Nobu Saito from the Nikkan Sports News. 大谷選手、常々世界一になる、その目標を持ってきたと思うんですけれども、改めてこのドジャースで世界一の選手になる、そのどういうような、選手像をイメージしているか、教えてください。
So you've always said you want to be the best in the world, and I think this is a really good step, taking a good step by joining the Dodgers. So how do you kind of envision that, be the world's best?
まず優勝することを目指しながら、そのところで、欠かせなかったと言われる存在にまずはやっぱりなりたいですし、そういう期待を込めた契約だと思うので、そこの期待に応えているように、今後も全力で頑張っていきたいなと思っています。
I mean, obviously, I want to win championships, and I want when people look back at the championships I won, I want people to know or think that I was a core member and I was a big deal, and or I was a big part of that championship winning team.
Right here in the middle. Kyle Kraska with Fox LA. Thank you for the opportunity and welcome. Ever since the Most Valuable Player Award presentation, the whole world has wanted to know what is the name of your dog. There's been speculation that it's Dodger. There's been speculation that it's Walker. Could you please reveal to everyone in the world today, what is the name of your dog? Kudasai. Arigato.
MVP 発表で、愛犬ワンちゃんテレビに映ってから世界中が名前を知りたくて詳細知りたくて待ちきれないんですけど、この場で発表してもらえますでしょうか？
デコピンって言うんですけどこっちの人はあんまりその発音的に難しいというかあれなので、元の名前がリコイっていうので、こちらの人に説明するときは、呼びやすいリコイっていうふうに紹介してます。
So his name is Dekoping. That's a Japanese name, and I figured it'll be hard for American people to pronounce it, so he has an American name and it's Decoy. So yeah, you could call him Decoy or Dekoping.
すみません、スポーツ日本の柳田と申します。質問ありがとうございます。来年は打者に専念されるということで、まず開幕に間に合うのかというところと、また打者に専念するということで、今年より素晴らしい成績を残してほしいという期待が多く集まると思うんですけども、そこへの思いっていうのと、あともう一つ今おっしゃられたそのデコピンの由来とか教えていただければ幸いです。
So you won't be pitching in 24, but obviously you'll be hitting. Do you have any goals? Like, do you want to have a better hitting season than 23? And also, where does your dog's name come from?
バッティングの方は今もうドライスイングを素振りの方を始めているので、おおむね予定通りにまず来てる、若干早いぐらいな感じで来てるので、十分に開幕に間に合うんじゃないかなと思うので、スプリングトレーニングでしっかりゲームに入れる準備ができていれば開幕に十分間に合うんじゃないかなという感じはしますね。由来に関してはもともとさっきも言いましたけど、もともとデコイっていう名前があったので、それに近い感じで選びました。
So I've been taking dry hacks or dry swings the last week, so I'm on a really good pace to be ready for opening day. As long as I can get into spring training as scheduled and be able to play in the exhibition games, I think I'll be fully ready as a hitter for opening day. And as far as the dog's name, he was originally named Decoy, so I kind of took that and made it Dekopin, sounded more Japanese.
大谷さん、ドジャース入団おめでとうございます。テレビ朝日ですが、メジャーに挑戦して5、6年間、怪我をして手術もして MVP も2回取りました。あの時メジャーに挑戦した時の、エンゼルスに入団してくる気持ちと今新たなこのドジャースに入って臨む気持ちと試合があれば教えていただきたいんですが。
So the past 6 years you've been through some injuries and you've been through some MVP seasons, a lot of ups and downs, but how do you feel different now than you felt 6 years ago when you were first challenging the major leagues?
全体的な気持ちとしては変わってないですね。常に挑戦したいなと思ってますし、ここにドジャースでお世話になると決めた後も、そこに対してのチャレンジだと思っているので、ただ来るということは去るチームもありますし、日本で言えばファイターズでしたし、今回エンジェルスを去りましたけど、そこの寂しさというのもやはり心の中にあるのは事実かなと思います。
Yeah, so there's always sadness leaving teams. Last time was the Fighters, in this case it was the Angels. It's always sad leaving your team, leaving your teammates. But going forward with the Dodgers, I feel the same, pretty much the same as I did 6 years ago. I feel like I'm always a challenger. I always love challenges, and I feel like I'm going to be facing a lot of new challenges as a Dodger, and I'm ready for it.
Hi, Bob Metcalf from USA Today. Shohei, you have a unique clause in your contract that allows you to opt out if Mark Walter leaves or Andrew Freeman. Why was it important for you to put that in there?
キーマン条項、もしフリードマン、球団社長か、オルタオーナーが退団したらそのオプトアウトできるっていう条件も契約に入っていると思うんですけど、そこはどれぐらい個人的に大事だったんでしょうか。
先ほども言った通り、みんなが同じ方向を向いているというのが大事だと思っているので、そうですね、ロサンゼルスドジャースに入団すると同時に、メインのこの2方と契約するという形ですし、そこがもし崩れるのであれば、この契約自体も崩れることになるので、そういう契約かなと思います。
Like I said earlier, everybody has to be on the same page in order to have a winning organization. I feel like those two are at the top of it and they're in control of everything, and I feel almost like I'm having a contract with those two guys. And I feel like if one of them are gone, then like I said, we might not be on the same page, things might get a little out of control, so I just wanted like a safety net.
Hi, my name is Josie Huang with LAist. I wanted to ask you, what do you know of the Dodger fan base? And also, what is it like for you to play in LA, which has one of the largest Japanese American and Asian American communities in the country? Thank you.
まずドジャースのファンベースについて知っていることは何かありますか。
そうですね、僕はでも今回入団してから知ることの方が多いんだろうなとはもちろん思いますし、今のところはメジャーリーグでプレーして、各球場も行ってますけど、こういうファンの方、各チームのファンの方がこういう気質なんだなっていうのは感じますし、やっぱり野球に対して熱狂的だなというか、エンジェルスタジアムに関してもそうですけど、毎回青いユニフォームを着た方々がいっぱい球場にいらっしゃるので、そういうのを見るとやっぱり熱があるなっていう、ファンの方が熱があるなっていうのを感じています。
Yeah, I don't know too much about the fan base, but I'm willing to learn and I'm looking forward to that. But obviously, whenever I go on road trips, I see different types of fans from different stadiums, so I kind of have a general idea of what types of fans are in different locations. But even when I was playing with the Angels, when the Dodgers come in town, like half of the stadium's like blue, all blue. So in that sense, I feel that they're very, very passionate fans.
We're going to have Andrew Friedman, Brandon Gomes, Dave Roberts at the front of the stage. Nez will be at a table behind the stage if you want to ask them a few questions here in a moment. But for now, thank you to Shohei, thank you Ippei, congratulations again, and thanks for everybody who's here today.